Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Whoa, 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 whoa. Damn right, I'm a UPK nigga. Straight out of One West, no contest. We the best to the niggas that's living, trying to contend with the stress. Going through the test, no access, cause you oppressed. Slaves, niggas is dying off in waves. Living in dirt, now it's a grave. Niggas cross-talk through the crosswalk or the white chalk over the bodies of roads that you paid. America's killing us, saying they fearing us. Put the drugs in the hood, now my niggas delirious. Put a gun in my face, all because of my race. Click, boom, flash, put some Skittles and murder my ass. Like a sheep to the slaughter, heart beating harder and harder. Baptized with these words, never dipping in water. So now we pray to the Father. Give strength to the Father that's looking for the marauder. That's fucking taking our daughters, nigga, it's wartime. Lights up, nigga, showtime. Got the green light on that ass, yeah, go time. Either boot up, shut up, or get your ass up. Cause we ain't got time to be playing this all fucked up America. Heaven for the thief, hell for the slave. Reaping what you sow, meaning giving back what you gave for a clean slate. You try to imitate, you was always fake. America, every city, state, this is your fate. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
On the timeline, giving the rhythm to expose the intricacies of things. Vibe, doing my, I ain't shit, but getting lit is a pastime. So in a minute, I'ma pass out. I hope you get it. If you didn't, you can crash flying. Kinda simple if you feel it, past your last line. But it will confuse a bad mind. A damn shame. That's the exact thing. I'll get your ass fried. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Damn the nigga fly. Hope you got an alibi. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Damn the missiles high. I can see him from the parking lot. Heaven finna ball out. Devils finna fall out. All out warfare, nightmares in the big house. They murdered us for years and thinking shit won't gonna turn around. Pride never learns. Like this motherfucker burns down. Yelled in them streets. Told them to breach. Now all of you angels bring woe to this beast. You rule for a time, but we play for keeps. I pray to my Father, bring woe to this beast. Remember them times we hung on them trees. All of you nations bow down to your knees. Remember them ships, they brought us in fleets. Fuck they Apollo, bring them the heat. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, whoa, to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, whoa, whoa. To America.
God is going to destroy this empire, man. You about to see famine in this place. You think them fires in California is bad? That's just the beginning of what the Lord is about to do. Because you've been evil to the Lord's people. You've been wicked to the Most High's children, man. You've been destructive to the 12 tribes of Israel. Let me tell you something, black man. You got to put on your strength now, man. Put back on your strength and might, black man, because your day is coming. Your day is coming because the Lord is going to bring judgment on this earth.
Hey, Shalom. We are ISUPK, the Israelite School, University of Practical Knowledge. Come straight out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under Commanding General Yohana. If it's not under Commanding General Yohana, it is not the truth. And we've been bringing this out since 1969, that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true biblical Jews of the Bible. And our oppressor is the devil. That's right. The Bible speaks of, you understand? Give it up. This is the Wednesday night biblical law. Yeah, so and just to catch everybody up where we've been at, what we've been doing is we've been going through, we've shown how, you know, the so-called OGs in our community, you understand, like the older heads, the older cats, you see what I'm saying? They talk down on the young and the youth so much, not realizing that the reason the youth and what they consider the YNs exist because of the so-called OGs that didn't do their job, man. You understand? So, we've been going through the series because if they're not doing the job, the one thing we gotta now give them is what the Lord said. We have to give them the right way. You see what I'm saying? When we were starting off, we were going through the 10 Commandments. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people have heard about the 10 Commandments, over 600 some laws in the Bible. You understand? So a lot of people have heard about the 10 Commandments. However, a lot of people don't understand or don't know what it actually means to keep the 10 Commandments. You understand? To keep these laws of God or how to do it. Because it's not being taught in the Christian church. I am sure not being taught in the Muslim mosque. You see what I'm saying? So what we've been doing is we've been breaking down these commandments. You understand? This is the law class. So now we're going to give you the law. We're going to give you the spirit of the law. We're going to show you how to keep the law. You see what I'm saying? So, Christians got us as a people believing that we can't be perfect, man, that we can't keep God's law, which is a lie. It is a lie if anybody tell you that you can't keep God's law. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, when you teach people that you can't keep God's law, that gives them license to sin against the Lord. They give us license to do what we want to do, which in turn causes us to be enemies to our own power. You see what I'm saying? So if we're going to take away and we're going to flush out Christianity, now we have to replace it with something righteous. So that's what we're starting at with these 10 Commandments, and we're going to continue going into the law of God. You understand? So we can teach our people what the Most High expects of us. Also, let everybody know that we can keep God's law, statutes, and commandments, man. It's not hard. It's not grievous. You understand? So if you've been following along, how many commandments have we been through so far? Anybody that's following along. If you're online, go ahead and put sign in online. You understand? You got questions or comment, go ahead and put it in the chat. You see what I'm saying? Is the YouTube on?
No.
Oh, YouTube is not on.
Sure.
Huh?
The ISB gates, sure, baby.
It's on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
We live on the Eastern Shore page.
But not the false one.
I'm voting.
Okay. Let's do it. All right. So we went through 7 of the commandments. We went through 7 of the commandments. Can anybody name the 7 commandments and name them in order?
It's not yes, sir. I like first one is serve no God other than no God.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is not make any false images.
Count. Worship idols, false idols. Count.
The third one is do not say his name in vain.
Now take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Count.
4 is keep the Sabbath.
Count.
5 is honor thy mother and thy father.
Count.
Number 6 is it do not commit murder?
It's do not kill.
Oh yeah, do not kill.
Count. Yeah, so that those are the 7. Hold on, we got one more.
Yeah, it's after honor thy mother and father is name.
You said do not kill.
When you bear false witness?
So we got the first 6. So, we got thou shalt not have any gods before me. Do not bow down and worship any false idols. Do not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Keep the Sabbath day holy. You understand? Honor thy mother and thy father. We got do not kill.
Do not commit adultery.
Do not commit adultery. So that's the first 7 of the commandments that we're going over. So the next couple of commandments we're gonna get into. We're gonna get into the spirit of it. We're gonna see how we're supposed to keep it. What do the Lord expect from us? That's what we're gonna figure out. You understand? If I can, let me get Exodus chapter 20 and verse 15. So for anybody who don't know, anybody who's not familiar with navigating the scriptures and stuff like that, If you go to Exodus 20, that's a good place to go when you want to look at the commandments. So that's where it goes. So we're at Exodus 20, and we're gonna start in verse 15. This is the 7th. This is the 8th commandment. Go ahead, this on you. Let me read.
Exodus 20, verse 15. Thou shalt not steal.
It say, "Thou shalt not steal." You understand? Stealing is a command. Like, "Thou shalt not kill" is a commandment. You understand? Like a lot of times, we steal and do things out of reason or out of oppression.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But nonetheless, it is wrong. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times we do things and we so used to doing it that we don't even consider it stealing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So this is why we got to get into the spirit of it. And this is why we got to understand, what does it mean not to steal? You understand? Let me get Leviticus 19, verse 11. Let's start there.
Come. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 11. Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another.
It say, "Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another." The thing is when you steal and you become a thief, no one can trust you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, when you steal and take someone else's possessions, you don't know what that person had to go through to attain whatever it was that you took from them. You don't know the toil that it takes to accumulate certain things.
Right.
You understand? So when you go and you steal certain things, especially if you're supposed to be a friend to somebody, like, have you ever had a friend steal from you? You see what I'm saying? And the disbelief that you feel, the betrayal that you feel. You see what I'm saying? Like, when you steal, it say, like, when you steal and you deal falsely with one another, you understand? You enable and you break the spirit of brotherhood.
Right.
You understand? Like, who wants to be around a thief that you can't set nothing down, that you can't set nothing down around? They can't come in your house.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They can't be around nothing valuable. You see what I'm saying? Such and such on their way, hey, put up everything. If it ain't locked away, it's gonna get took. You see what I'm saying? That's a horrible reputation to have, you feel me?
Right.
And when you call yourself serving the Lord, that's not the reputation that you can have to be a thief. How can you be trusted with anything? You understand? If you're willing to steal from your brother, what else are you willing to do? You understand? Like, we got to understand, we all, especially if you come from the hood, we've all known people. We've all seen, known certain individuals. Man, whenever they come around, listen, don't have nothing valuable. They could never, hey, can I use your bathroom? Absolutely not. You can't go in my house.
Right.
You can't step foot in my house. You see what I'm saying? Like, but it breaks the spirit of brotherhood because it damages trust. It's a form of betrayal. You see what I'm saying? Let me get Proverbs chapter 10 and 2, Brother Michelle. So we're streaming on Eastern Shore YouTube, but not Baltimore.
Yeah. Yeah, Proverbs 20 and 2.
Proverbs chapter 10 and 2.
Proverbs chapter 10, verse 2. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, for righteousness delivereth from death.
Read that again.
Come. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 2. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, for righteousness delivereth from death.
When they say treasures of wickedness profit nothing, what is it talking about? Good.
It's like, so they're basically saying that a lot of doing wickedness to gain profit, like what they sell us in this world, like basically do wrong. You know what I mean? You get a profit from doing wrong, and all it leads to is
A lot of the profit that people have comes from stealing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Whether you're misleading people, you understand, or you just flat out taking it from somebody. You see what I'm saying? You got a whole culture. You got a whole nation that's set up on what? Robbery.
Come.
You see what I'm saying? You have a whole society when the foundation has been built off of stealing and lying. You see what I'm saying? So naturally, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, we see other people flourish. We see other people flourish because they steal,
Right.
because they rob. You see what I'm saying? So what does that make us do? We think it's okay because we being oppressed. We ain't got it, so we say, listen, if they stealing over there, shit, what is it gonna hurt? They stealing, and you rationalize what you're saying.
Right.
Man, they stealing thousands of dollars.
Right.
Hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars they stealing, you feel me? What we stealing a couple hundred gonna do?
Right.
That's how you rationalize. That's how we as a people rationalize, you understand? But that's not a right according to the Lord. Go ahead.
Like, so that's how that one friend used to work with, and like he'd be like, man, I don't steal from my people, but you know these white devils, you know what I'm saying? Because we were at the Amazon, he was like, yo, these white people, they take our money all the time, whether it be by paycheck or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going ahead and go get mine, and then he'll take, send us some food and stuff from the little cafeteria and stuff like that. But like you said, it's like we rationalize,
Right.
saying why it's okay for me to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And what you're saying is heavy because we don't realize, but by us rationalizing and finding excuses that make it okay for us to steal, what we're doing is we're sinning against the Lord, and essentially the Lord becomes our enemy. You understand?
Right.
Like that's what happens, you know, when we start to reason and start to rationalize and try to follow these other nations. You understand? It gets to the point where as though,
Yeah.
I mean, it gets to the point where it say,
Yeah.
treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness deliver it from death. You understand? Them treasures of wickedness, when you steal and when you rob and stuff like that, listen, those are treasures of wickedness, man. Those are treasures of wickedness. And a lot of times you steal from the wrong person, you will lose you will be unalive. You see what I'm saying? You will be hurt. You see what I'm saying? That's why you better be careful who you take it from.
Right.
You take from the wrong person and it's good night. You see what I'm saying? Those are your treasures of wickedness. They not the kind of treasures that we want, man.
Right.
We don't want to be the type of people that anything that we got is from ill gain. You see what I'm saying? You got people who will walk around like, you know, and take from somebody who worked hard for whatever they had. You see what I'm saying?
Hey.
And think it's okay. What you don't realize is you're sinning against the Lord, and you, like the scripture say, you will reap what you sow.
Right.
You jump in those waters if you want to, you feel me? You jump in those waters if you want to. You got to keep doing it then. Then you got to look over your shoulder. That's why the second part of the scripture say, righteousness delivering from death. When you don't have to steal, when you don't have to do that nonsense, you understand? When you don't have to do those things, you ain't got to look over your shoulder. But when you do those things, you better look over your shoulder because somebody coming to bust your head, man. Good.
Like that's like you ever see the video of people be doing breaking and entering, and then they ended up going in the wrong house.
Yeah, come.
And that man got something waiting for him.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah. And that's the truth of the matter. I was just talking to a brother recently. He was saying that, he got robbed one time. You see what I'm saying? He got robbed one time, but you've been in the hood. Information travels fast. I mean, you know who robbed. You see what I'm saying? And the thing that you got taken from you, the person who did it, they win. Man, you got to look over your shoulder 24/7. Because once I know who you are,
right,
more than likely, what's going to happen? I can't just rob you back.
Nah.
I'm going to have to do something even more detrimental to you, or I'm going to have to unalive you. You see what I'm saying? And that's the mindset. That's why I say righteousness deliverer from death. You see what I'm saying? When you got that spirit on you, where you just want to steal, like what they call it, klepto. What is it? Klepto. Some people cannot help but steal out.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like on my slavery, I got devils. They are kleptos out. They can, if they can't steal something because it's nailed down, you know what they're gonna steal? They steal a bag of ice. I'm telling you, every night they'll walk away with a big bag of ice. Cause something gotta go. I can't leave this place without nothing.
Right.
If I leave without nothing, man, I ain't no point. I ain't doing my job. You see what I'm saying? That can't be our spirit, man.
Right.
That can't be the way that we do things. You understand? Okay, drop that. Let me get Exodus 22:7, folks, for sure.
Exodus chapter 22, verse 7. If a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or stuff to keep, and it be stolen out of the man's house, if the thief be found, let him pay double.
Yeah, so it said this is a situation. If a man shall be delivered, if a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or stuff to keep, somebody say, can you hold on to this for me? You understand? And it be stolen out of the man's house. Somebody come in and take whatever that brother, ask you to hold for him. If that thief be found, he got to pay double that. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have to pay double whatever you stole. Like, it's rules to this thing. You feel me? Keep going. Verse 8.
Come. Verse 8. If the thief be not found, then the master of the house shall be brought unto the judges to see whether he have put his hand unto his neighbor's goods.
Yeah, so we don't know who did it. You see what I'm saying? Like, listen, you're gonna have to stand for that. We gotta make sure you ain't a part of what's going on. I done let you hold my stuff, you see what I'm saying? Like, and all of a sudden it came up missing, we don't know who did it. You understand? We at the end of the day, by process of elimination, let's make sure you ain't do it. So we're gonna bring you in front of the judges. You understand? Right. We're gonna have a council about this. Go ahead.
Verse 9. For all manner of trespass, whether it be for ox, for ass, for sheep, for raiment, or for any manner of lost things, which another challengeth to be his, the cause of both parties shall come before the judges, and whom the judges shall condemn, he shall pay double unto his neighbor.
Yeah, so it's pretty much saying, like, it's a for all manner of trespass, whether it be for ox, ass, sheep, raiment, or for any other manner of lost thing, which another challenges to be his. That means you saying it's yours, I'm telling you it's mine.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? Now we got to go to council. You understand? And it say the cause of both parties shall come before the judges, and whom the judges shall condemn. If you lose that counsel, if the counsel goes against you, then you shall pay double, which you double for whatever it was that was in question. You understand? Like, the Lord has rules for how to deal with people who steal and thieves. You understand?
Right.
Keep going.
Come. Verse 10. If a man deliver unto his neighbor an ass, or an ox, or a sheep, or any beast to keep, and it die, or be hurt, or driven away, no man seeing it. Verse 11. Then shall the oath of the Lord be between them both, that he hath not put his hand unto his neighbor's goods, and the owner of it shall accept thereof, and he shall not make it good.
Yeah, see, and the thing is like, you hold on to something and it gets lost. You see what I'm saying? Y'all come between each other and y'all work something out amongst each other.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, everything ain't worth going to war. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes things do happen. You see what I'm saying? But y'all worked out amongst each other. Keep going.
Verse 12. And if it be stolen from him, he shall make restitution unto the owner thereof.
Here's the thing: if somebody lets you hold something and it gets stolen, while it's in your possession, you're responsible for that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You're responsible for that. You know, it's not a situation where somebody allow you, you know, to ask you to hold on to something, you lose it, and that person just lose out. Nah. If you're taking the responsibility of holding it, right, you're gonna take the responsibility of replacing it. If something happens to it, if somebody does steal it, you understand? See, this is what we gotta realize. There's rules to this thing, man, because you know it's been families that have been torn apart because of things like this.
Right.
You understand? It's been families that have been ripped apart because somebody stole something or someone got something missing. Next thing you know, is a back and forth. No one owns up to it. You understand? And the confidence and the trust in each other has been broken. You see what I'm saying? So this is why this is so important, man. Understanding like what stealing is and what rules are to be followed if one should be found to be stealing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like this is why it's so important, because families get broken up over thievery. You see what I'm saying? Families get torn apart because of robbery. You see what I'm saying? And there's no need for it. You understand? If we understand what it means to steal and how the Lord condemns it, you understand? We can't make excuses for sin. At the end of the day, so go ahead, you had something?
Like, so what's so heavy about this point, and this is why the Bible is the truth, and it's the way we're supposed to live as a people, because everybody that went through a situation like this.
Yeah.
Like, in the crazy, and it's so heavy because it illustrates what you should do during this period of time. Because I can remember this happening plenty of times. Let somebody hold it, and then they don't know where it's at. They don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like this is heavy, and that's why it's imperative that our people get into the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because if we were to know these things when we were younger, a lot of situations would be different.
Yeah. I can tell you this, I've been in many fights growing up. You see what I'm saying? You know, because of certain things, like, but if I was taught a certain way,
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, the situation could have been avoided in the first place. But this is why, like, this is why I like the other part of this class. This is why we say the so-called OGs, they didn't fail the youth.
Right.
Because we wasn't brought up knowing this. You see what I'm saying? What's the biggest thing? In today's society, what's the biggest thing that's been stolen?
Our identity.
Our identity, yeah. That is a crime. You understand?
Right.
That is a crime that's punishable by, you know, life in jail.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like identity theft, that's something real, man. Like right now, if you steal someone's identity, you going to the feds. Yet and still, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, our identity has been stolen. And we, not only has it been stolen, the person who stole it, they weigh it as if it's theirs.
Right.
And then get mad at us for saying that, man, shit, that's our identity.
Right.
You understand? So like, look at that. Look how wicked you have to be to take something from somebody. And when they come forward and they say, nah, that's mine. You sit there and you go to war with them and you tell them, nah, I am that people.
Right.
You stole this identity, man.
Right.
You understand? Like, this is why we call the so-called white man a devil. You understand? Because he's the biggest deceiver, but he done lied and stole everything for gain. You understand? Where it's when in the scripture where it said that wicked prophet, that's talking about the so-called white man.
Right.
Everything that he has gained has come from wicked prophet, man.
Like I said, they stole the land from the Native Indians, our brothers and sisters, and the Hispanic brothers and sisters, and then they call them immigrants.
Yeah.
When we all know the history that y'all are clearly immigrants over on our brothers and sisters' land.
But not just to call them immigrants. You understand? Like, for you to actually pass laws,
right,
and for you to take it into your own hands, and you say, "I know we took this from you." This is what they call manifest destiny. This is how they rationalize it. They say the Lord wanted us to have this land, so we came and we stole it from you.
Right.
And now you got to go through all this paperwork to be in the land where you were already at.
Right.
And we took from you. Now you're illegal immigrant in your own home.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is the culture that we're around, man. You understand? Robbery and stealing. The Lord does not want us to be able to take part in that, man. If you Black, Hispanic, and Native American, we can't make excuses for sinning out. You see what I'm saying? If I could, let me get let's get Malachi 3 and 8, brother. Sure.
Come. Malachi 3 and 8.
Yeah.
It's light, sir. I was gonna say also heavy. You ever heard about the Alamo?
Yes.
It took me years to watch it, right, and find the history about it. Yo, they stole the land from the brothers and sisters, and then in America, they want us to like see those people who fought in the Alamo as heroes. Bro, y'all stole this land, and my brothers and sisters went and got it back.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only that, like if you look at, that's where they get the whole the term the $5 Indian. They've been stealing land ever since they stepped foot on this plane, man.
Right.
Even to the point where as though the Native Americans were supposed to be getting land, they stole land because they again identity theft. They pose as the Native American Indians.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? And right now you got the so-called white man. He has acres of land for his personal land.
Right.
He got 50 acres of land, and he's one person, one family. You understand? And he stole it all from us and our brothers, man.
Right.
You understand? This is the culture that we've grown up in, but this is not the culture that we should be following. You understand?
Right.
We see his atrocities, but at the end of the day, we're not supposed to make excuses for anything. Because, like I said, with the way we're rationalizing, like, yeah, he stole this, so it ain't gonna hurt me to steal this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have that attitude.
Right.
Doing that puts you on the wrong side of the fence with the Lord, man. I mean, and the only way that we gonna fight back, the only way we gonna get what we are searching for, is not by asking the oppressor to give it to us.
Right.
It's by allowing the Lord to fight for us, man. That's the only thing we can do to get back. You understand? Go, you got that?
Malachi verse.
Malachi 3 and 8.
And one come. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8. Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and offering.
Yeah, so here it is, in Malachi chapter 3 and verse 8. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, read verse 9 too.
Malachi chapter 3, verse 9. Ye are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me, even this whole nation.
Yeah, so this is talking to these pastors out here, man.
Right.
A lot of this is talking to these pastors out here because you do have people who the Christian church tithe.
Right.
They tithe and they give offerings. You understand? They just give it to the wrong people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like these Christian pastors, these imams. You understand? What you don't realize is you're stealing from God, man.
Right.
You're stealing from your entire nation. When you take that tithe and that offering money and you go and buy G4, G5, and G6 flights. You see what I'm saying? You buying Bentleys and Rolls Royces and stuff like that. And the people in your congregations, man, they catching the bus to your service. That old lady can't pay her BG&E, her gas and electric. She can't pay her water bill. And you damn sure ain't gonna help.
Right.
You've been paying building fund for 40 years. Been paying that building been paid for in service. I mean, 100-fold. You understand? And you still getting building fund. Like you are robbing God, man.
Right.
You are robbing the nation. You understand? You're robbing Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You understand? That's what we got to realize. Like these leaders got to realize that they're not equipped, or they don't have the authority to accept tithes.
Right.
The only person with the authority to accept them tithes is Commander General Hunter. You understand? You understand? And for people who don't pay tithes, the people who don't pay tithes, you also are stealing.
Right.
You're also stealing. And here's the thing: when you get that paycheck, the government is going to take whatever they want to take out of your check.
Right.
The Lord is asking for 10% for his nation. You understand? For his priests, for his prophets, for his nation. And you got a lot of people who say, what? Man, tithing is about, it ain't money.
Right.
Tithing is about the fruits and vegetables. You see what I'm saying? The produce of the land. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I don't tithe. You see what I'm saying? You don't tithe, but at the same time, you don't argue. You don't argue when they taking them taxes out.
Right.
You understand? Like you don't give fruits and vegetables to the government as payment for taxes. You understand? But when it comes to the Lord, you want to pay in fruits and vegetables and damn potatoes and corn. And no one pays in that.
Right.
There has been nobody come up here, you understand, with boxes of oranges and apples and potatoes and whatever vegetable you've been growing. You understand? No one does that. So just realize that when you don't tithe, not only you robbing God, you're robbing your nation, man.
Right.
And what you're going to realize is you really don't love the Lord the way you think you do. You don't love God's people the way you think you do. You understand? Because here's the thing: if you can understand taxes coming out of, like, what's going on right now, the National Guard is being sent into Black communities as we speak. You understand? Where do they get the money? Where do they get the money to pay for the National Guard to come out here and do absolutely nothing? Because they're not doing nothing out here. They're literally just walking around, picking up trash. You see what I'm saying? And they getting not only their regular shift money, they getting overtime money as well. Where do they get these funds from? How does the government support them?
Sam gotta get hit. That's what
Yeah. Them taxes that they taking out your check. That's what's paying for that.
Right.
You understand? So if we can understand that them taxes go and they pay for certain services that this society needs, how is that we can't understand that the Most High has tithe set up? Because it's services that the priests and prophets had. It's services that the nation had. You understand? What's the beef in that? You understand? A lot of people got a problem when we say tithe, man. Send your money in the Commander General Hunter. You understand? What you got a problem with it for? Nobody got a problem with sending money in the Creflo Dollar and TD Jakes.
Right.
You understand? Nobody got a problem with sending money into these devils. Do you not know that still in 2025, you got Blacks and Hispanics they're still sending money over to Israel right now to help them. Right. Despite the fact that they get billions of dollars every single year from America, you got Blacks and Hispanics that will still go in their pocket, and they sending weekly and monthly donations over to the nation of Israel. You understand? To help them and their people. Go ahead.
Like, one of the reasons Christians be doing that, because I remember in church, it used to be like, as long as Israel survives, you know what I'm saying, then God is with America. So my mother and them used to like go head over heels for Israel. You know what I'm saying? Because America is going to be saved because we are friends with Israel.
And take that point, right? Because that's exactly what that's exactly why they do it, right? So if that's the case, if you know that to be a friend of Israel means that the Lord is with you, when you find out that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are Israel, why in the hell do you have a problem with tithing to Commander General Hunter?
They don't want to believe that blacks, Hispanics, and first region.
That's what it comes down to.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's why the identity theft is so real. You see what I'm saying? They didn't deceive. Like the scriptures say, they'll deceive even the elect. They deceive black people into thinking that we're just Gentiles.
Right.
You understand? So when you see the true Israelites come, and you see the true Israelites rise, and as soon as a black man asks for, he ain't asking the Lord. This is what the Lord said.
Right.
To tithe. When a black man tell you to do what the Lord say, we can't accept it.
Right.
So-called white man, not only you going to tithe to him, you're going to send donations, and you're going to be on a reoccurring monthly payment. So whereas though they make it convenient that you don't even see that money come in your bank account.
Right.
We're going to take it right out. Hey, listen, we're going to set this up on the first day of the month. You understand? You want to donate $200 to Israel. We don't even see that money. You understand? And guess what? We still survive. We still survive. But when it comes to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, when it comes to us and us tithing, for some reason we have a problem with it. You understand? We have a problem with it. And when it comes down to, we don't love the Lord the way we say,
Right.
you know, you got a problem with it. You got to question yourself. Do you really love the Lord the way you say you do? You feel me?
Right.
You understand? So when you tithe, just to make it clear, when you tithing is 10% of your increase. You understand? So if you get an increase, if you work in slavery, right? You know, after taxes, let's say you got $100. At that very point, that $100 is what you are receiving. $10 of that 100 comes to the school, comes to Commanding General Honor. You understand? That's tithing. Tithing is not you get $100. I got $100, so now let me pay this bill. Let me take care of this debt. Let me do this. So now I got $60 left, and I'm gonna tithe off the $60 after I took care of my bills. You feel me? That is not tithing. That's actually stealing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's actually stealing. You see what I'm saying? That's not how you're supposed to do it. It's at your increase, not what you have left after you pay bills.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And this is what we got to realize, man. These things are not explained to us. These are not things that we've been taught up and raised up to understand. You understand? So therefore, we do them and we make excuses for them. Here's the thing: if you tithing and you're doing everything according to what the Lord has told you to do. If you come up short on a bill or you need help with something, what should you do? What should you do? Should you say, I'm going to sin against the Lord and I'm going to take care of this bill? Is that what you should do? I'm going to sin against the Lord and don't tithe this week, and I'm going to take care of these bills. Or should you go ahead and tithe? And then what should you do after that? Oh, it's cool. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Call your camp leader up. You understand? You know, call the brother up that's in charge of the school. You know, let them know you need some assistance, you need some help with something. You see what I'm saying? Let the brotherhood be the brotherhood, man.
Right.
A lot of times people don't exercise the brotherhood, so a lot of times you don't realize it exists.
Right.
We say brotherhood all the time. But if you don't exercise it, how would you never know that we had brotherhood?
Right.
You understand? That's where the brotherhood kicks in. You understand? Don't sin against the Lord. Like, we're sin against the Lord. And then all of a sudden, things start going wrong in our lives. You see what I'm saying? Like, we thinking that man, I done paid this bill. I done took care of that. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to get a little what I got left with. Next thing you know, your car done broke down.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Baby mother that went crazy. She done went haywire. You know, the judge didn't agree with her. Now your child support is $30,000 a month. You see what I'm saying? Like, you start wondering, why in the hell is everything coming down on me right now? And what we don't realize, a lot of times it comes because we're stealing from the Lord himself, man. Right. We're sinning against the Lord. So this is why we got to teach these guys. This is why we got to come out, man. When you get that increase, you understand? Whatever that increase is before you pay your bills, that increase is 10%. 10% of that is your tithe. You do that, and then you take care of the rest of what you got to take care of. And if you can't do it, you call the school. You call your camp leader, man.
Right.
That's how you do that. You understand? And this is so important for us to realize, and it's so important for us to understand, because we don't know, or we don't understand that if we do not do things according to the way the Lord said it, not only do you jeopardize yourself, you jeopardize the brothers and you jeopardize people around you. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna get into that. Let me get let's go to Joshua 7, brother, for sure.
Joshua chapter 7.
Yeah, Joshua 7. Hold on, let me start it. Hold it. Let's start in verse 6. Let's start in chapter 6, brother Bishop.
Chapter 6, verse 4.
Give me 1 second. Start in verse 18. Just to bring everybody up on this story. This is a story where, when they went into Jericho, they were circling the city. Then the Lord sent them in, but the Lord told them, we're gonna read this, to do don't go in there, don't take nothing. You're gonna go in there, you're gonna handle your business, you're gonna do what I tell you to do. You understand? But you're not to take nothing away from that from them people. You see what I'm saying? Let's read let's get into verse 18, brother. Sure.
Come. Joshua chapter 6, verse 18. And ye in any wise keep yourselves from the accursed thing, yet ye make yourselves accursed. When ye take of this accursed thing and make the camp of Israel a curse and trouble it.
Good.
Verse 19. But all the silver and gold and vessels of brass and iron are considered unto the Lord. They shall come into the treasury of the Lord.
So the Lord said, do not go in there and touch the cursed thing, meaning don't go in there and touch nothing of theirs. Listen, the silver, the gold, the vessels, the brass, the iron, that is not yours.
Right.
That belongs to the Lord. You understand? And let's hop over to chapter 7. Start in verse 1.
Joshua chapter 7, verse 1. But the children of Israel committed a trespass in the accursed thing. For Achan, the son of Kamar, the son of Zebediah, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, took of the accursed thing, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against the children of Israel.
So here it is, you got a brother. The Lord just told him, don't go and take nothing. Don't go take nothing. Matter of fact, not only do not take nothing, all the gold, silver, brass, that belongs to me.
Right.
Go in there, do what I told you to do, get out. That's all I want you to do.
Right.
You understand? Here it is, say the children of Israel. It didn't say that, it says the brother, but it said the children of Israel committed a trespass in the cursed thing. Now it's name who did it. Didn't it say, let me see, let's drop down to, for time's sake, let's drop down to verse 11.
Joshua chapter 7, verse 11. Israel have sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant, which I commanded them, for they have even taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen, and dissembled also, and they put it even among their own stuff.
So here it is, say, man, somebody stole it. They've taken the cursed thing and stole it, you understand, and disassembled also. And they have put it even among their own stuff, so that they did not only did they take it, they put it with their own stuff, you understand?
Right.
They stole something that I told them not to take. And they got it with them. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 12. Therefore, the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies, because they were accursed.
And when they say Israel could not stand before their enemies or turn their back, when you turn your back to your enemy, what does that mean?
That your family mom,
If you turn your back to your enemy, what does that mean?
oh, that the enemy can attack you now if you ain't watching.
Yeah, but why are you turning your back? When do you turn your back to your enemy?
You going against your own people.
When you running.
Oh, you're gone.
You understand? You running. You getting away from this situation. You understand? That's why I say the children of Israel could not stand before their enemy, but turn their backs before their enemies because they were cursed. Keep going.
Con. Neither will I be with you anymore, except ye destroy the accursed from among you.
And say, neither will I be with you anymore, except you destroy the curse from among you. Just tell them, listen, I'm going to destroy this entire army unless you get rid of that person who did what I told them not to do. You understand? This is what we got to realize, man. When we steal and we rob and we do things that the Lord tells us not to do, we got to realize that not only are the consequences of that fall upon us, it falls upon everybody around you. It falls upon your nation, man. This is what we got to realize. Keep going.
Con. Verse 13. Up, sanctify the people and say, sanctify yourselves against tomorrow. For thus saith the Lord, God of Israel, there is an accursed thing in the midst of thee. O Israel, thou canst not stand before thy enemies until ye take away the accursed thing from among you.
Listen, the Lord ain't letting up. He like, check this out. I'm not going to be with you. You ain't going to be able to stand and you ain't going to be able to defeat nobody. You understand? Unless you go and find out what this accursed thing is and you take care of this. You understand?
Right.
So if we could drop all the way down to go to verse 16, brother. Sure.
Come. Joshua chapter 8, verse 16.
Hold on, matter of fact, go to verse 15.
Come. Joshua chapter 8, verse 15. And it shall be that he that is taken with the accursed thing shall be burnt with fire.
The Lord say, he that is taken with the accursed thing shall be burnt with fire. You understand? We got to understand, man, you can steal sometimes and you can lose your life, man.
Right.
Not only can you lose your life, but the people around you can lose their life because of it. You understand?
Right.
So this is why you can't be so damn selfish to go and steal and rob and take things that don't belong to you, because it's not just you that's going to pay for it.
Right.
A lot of times it's the people that's around you that's going to pay for it as well. You understand? And that's what we're reading about right now. Keep going.
He and all that he had, because he had transgressed the covenant.
Start that from the top. Okay.
Joshua 8, verse 15. And it shall be that he that is taken with the accursed thing shall be burnt with fire. He and all that he had, him, because he had transgressed the covenant of the Lord, and because he had brought folly in Israel.
So not only is he going to be burnt, everything that he has is going to be burnt as well. You understand?
Right.
People.
Verse 16. So Joshua rose up early in the morning and brought Israel by their tribes, and the tribe of Judah was taken.
So it is Joshua. He was commanded. Listen, you better, if you don't want this army, the army of Israel, everybody to perish, you better go and you better find out who's doing what, who took this accursed thing. You understand? So Joshua woke up early, man, and he brought Israel by their tribes. Understand? Lined them up. They say the tribe of Judah was taken. Keep going.
Verse 18. And he brought his household man by the man.
No, verse 17.
Oh, yeah, verse 17. And he brought the family of Judah, and he took the family of the Zarhites, and he brought the family of the Zarhites man by man, and Zabi was taken. Verse 18. And he brought his household man by man, and Achan, the son of Kamar, the son of Zad, the son of Zerah, and the tribe of Judah was taken.
So here it is. Listen, they called that entire nation. Listen, everybody come up.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We calling you by families. You understand? Like, bring everybody to the forefront. Everybody getting checked, because if we don't do this, the Lord is going to destroy all of us. You understand? So here it is. You know, Joshua's going through, and he's gonna find out who stole from the Lord. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 19. And Joshua said unto Achan, my son, give, I pray thee, glory to the Lord God of Israel, and make confession unto him, and tell me now what thou hast done. Hide it not from me.
It is. Joshua, tell him, listen, man. You better tell me, you better be straight up with me. Tell me exactly what happened, man. Tell me what you've done. Tell me what you stole. Go ahead.
Con. And Achan answered Joshua and said, indeed, I have sinned against the Lord God of Israel, and thus have I done. Verse 21. When I saw among the spoils a goodly Babylonian garment, and 200 shekels of silver, and a wedge of gold of 50 shekels weight. Then I coveted them, and I took them, and behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of my tent, and the silver under it.
So here it is. He went in there and he said, listen, man, they got some fly clothes up here. You understand? That'll be the same thing as you going to, you say, oh man, that Gucci, that Louis, you understand? I'm gonna steal that, man. I'm gonna take that. You understand? Ain't nobody doing nothing with it. I'm taking that. You feel me?
Now,
here it is. He took
now
here it is. He seen the Babylonian garment. You understand? He seen this garment. And not only did he take this garment, but he took shekels of silver, he took gold, 50 shekels weighted, and he buried them near his tent. You understand? Like, we got to realize, man, we think we're getting over by doing certain things, by stealing and robbing. We're not. We're not, you understand? But the crazy part is it affects everybody around us as well. You understand? When you do those things, and then you go around your loved ones, and the person can't get to you, who they gonna get next? They gonna get their loved one, man.
Right.
That's how things go. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 22. So Joshua sent messengers, and they ran unto the tent. And behold, it was hid in his tent, and the silver under it. Verse 23. And they took them out of the midst of the tent, and brought them unto Joshua, and unto all the children of Israel, and laid them out before the Lord. Verse 24. And Joshua and all Israel with him took Achan, the son of Zerah, and the silver, and the garment, and the wedge of gold, and his sons, and his daughters, and his oxen, and his asses, and his sheep, and his tent, and all that he had, and they brought them unto the valley of Achor.
So here it is. This brother stole it. You see? This brother went into that Babylon, took that Babylonian garment. You understand? Took that silver, that gold, and called himself burning. Joshua comes through. He digs it up. He calls not only that man out, he calls his wife out. He calls his kids out. He calls his animals out. He called the things he stole, he got it laid out. You understand? This is what happens, man. When we steal and we do things and we rob and we do things against the Lord, it don't only affect us. That's what we got to understand. It don't only affect us. It affects the people around us, man, as we see with this brother. As we see with this brother. Keep going, Brother Kishore.
And Joshua said, why hast thou troubled us? Salakia. Verse 25. And Joshua said, why hast thou troubled us? The Lord shall trouble thee this day. And all Israel stoned him with stones, and burned them with fire, after they had stoned them with stones. Verse 26.
So here it is. He lined this brother up for stealing. He said, listen, man, you was going to get us all put to death because you was being selfish.
Right.
So because you was going to get us, because you was being so selfish and you going to get us lying, the Lord is going to line you up today. You feel me? He lined him, his wife, his kids, and all his animals. Lined them up. You understand? And it said, and all Israel stoned him with stones and burned them with fire after they had stoned them with stones. Keep going.
Verse 26. And they raised over him a great heap of stones unto this day. So the Lord turned from the fierceness of his anger, wherefore the name of the place was called the Valley of Achor unto this day.
It is. This is what we got to realize. You got to understand that when we do certain things, especially being a thief, especially stealing, you stealing from the Lord.
Right.
You understand? The Lord said, man, that silver and that gold, man, that's mine. The Lord said, them tithes are mine, man. When you do not do what you're supposed to do, when you steal from the Lord, not only will the Lord judge you, the Lord will judge everybody around you. You see what I'm saying? You start wondering why everything, you like, here it is, a wife and kids and animals lost their life because of the actions of this one brother.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Your sin don't only affect you, man.
Right.
Being a thief don't only affect you. You understand? It affects everybody around you. That's what we got to understand. Was those couple dollars worth the life of everybody around you?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Was that 10% tithe worth everything the people around you, man? Was that garment worth his kids and his wife and all his animals? Was it worth the life of all the people, man? It's still a damn garment and some shekels of silver. It wasn't, man. You see what I'm saying? But this is why we got to understand. We cannot live our life according to the society. We cannot be thieves, man. Stealing is a sin to the Lord. And this is what we got to understand. So that was the 8th commandment. You understand? So we through 8 commandments right now. We're gonna go into another one right now. You understand? This next one we're gonna get into. What's the next commandment that we're gonna speak on?
You're not covered? Not allowed to find care.
Where would you find it?
Huh?
Where would you find it?
Say it again, sir.
Where would you find it?
Oh, in Exodus 20.
Exodus 20. All right. You see what I'm saying? This is the thing. We don't have to guess. See what I mean? Like, you can go to these scriptures and find it. But it's good to understand that knowing these things and knowing where to go for them and stuff like that, you understand? That's something that's going to help us overall. You see what I'm saying? So we're going into the 9th commandment as we speak. And say ain't no questions online.
I think it's because
We was waiting on the bottom of time. Good.
you got 6 people watching.
God.
Thou shalt
Hey, so like if I could, the 6 people that's online, if you're on YouTube, go to the ISUPK Eastern Shore. Where they at?
be on X, a little Twitter, Twitch, like.
Okay. So that's
like Twitch X.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah. So those are the you got the 9th commandment from there?
Come on.
To it.
It says Exodus chapter 20, verse 16. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
They said, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. What does that mean?
You be a liar.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Bearing false witness, man, being a liar. You understand? The Lord hates a liar. You see what I'm saying? Who wants a liar around them? Someone that they can't trust.
Right.
You understand? Like, to have a label as a liar and everything that come out of your mouth is questioned. You understand? That's a horrible and detestable spirit to have upon yourself, that a person cannot trust the things that come out of your mouth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's a stigma that do not go away. You understand? This is why we call the so-called white man. This is why we call him the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Devil in Hebrew just means deceiver. You understand? The so-called white man has been the biggest liar on the face of earth since his existence. There has been no one on the earth that has lied like him. There's been no one on the earth that has stole like him.
Right.
You understand? But with the natives used to call him the fork-tongued devil. You understand? Because he speak one way, but his actions is something completely different. He does something completely different from what he say, man. That's why they say that that's why they called him the fork-tongued devil, man. The problem is we start imitating and we start doing the things that he does.
Right.
The scripture say, let your yea be yea and let your nay be nay. What does that mean? You let your yea be yea, let your yes be yes, let your no be no. You understand? Your word is your bond, man.
Right.
You know, in our culture, your word means everything. You understand? Like the so-called white man, because he knows he lies. Because he know he lies, this is why he comes up with contracts.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He comes up with contracts where you got to sign your name and you got to do all these because he know his word is not good. He know his word is not good. So therefore, how can he expect anybody else's word to be good? Man, you got to sign for this. Me saying I'm going to do it ain't good enough. Go ahead.
Like, what's heavy about when you bring out their contracts, what they do is like, if I give you this, what they started off with, if I give you this, you'll get this, right?
Mhm.
But then like in small fine print, only way you can get this, like, did you ever hear the story about the half-court dude at the Michael Jordan game? Dude hit a half-court shot for like $1 million.
Yeah.
And they said it was like a line inside the hole, whatever how they make it, that the bank ain't want to pay because I guess like it was something where though his foot was it's supposed to be specifically right here when he shoot the ball, not. But like, bro, he made it from half court. You know what I'm saying? So like everything they will tell you something and it's just a lie. Like,
Yeah.
that's all it is.
So that's the thing. Like, that's his culture. That's his way of life. You see what I'm saying? Like, how many treaties have they broke?
Right.
They've broken every treaty that they made with the North American Indians, man. You understand? You got still to this day they trying to bum rush and they trying to bully Native American reservations because of oil and things of that nature. You understand? To build railroads coming through their land. You understand? Like, you got to realize, man, the so-called white man is the devil. We call him that for a reason.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, the whole thing of putting your signature on things that exists because of him.
Right.
That literally exists because of him, because he can't be trusted with his word. You know, to the point where as though he'll lie, and if you believe him, he'll tell you something, and if you believe him, he'll tell you that you were slow for believing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I've seen it. You know what's it going to do, right? But you said it. Yeah, but you had to know I wasn't going to do that. Look at everything that they do, man.
It's like they literally go out here and will say something verbatim. Like, I walk through this door and they be like, that's not what I meant. Like, bro, that like the guy who just got unalive.
Huh.
He would literally say stuff verbatim, and then they would go on the news and say, that's not what he meant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and it's like, bro, how could you? But that's what they do. Like, and then they Like I think he said something on the lines that Trayvon Martin was chasing George Zimmerman. He hunted George Zimmerman down, and then the world went with it. And everybody who's on his side continued that whole narrative. But we like, bro, you know how the story went. You know the truth of what happened.
But that's the thing. Like this is, and again, this is why we call him the devil, because he is the biggest deceiver.
That's crazy. It's gone.
You see what I'm saying? When a person can't trust your word, and this is why it's so important, because if you ever get the spirit of the so-called white man in you, Israel, we don't want you around. You see what I'm saying? Who can stomach a person that you can't trust? Nothing that comes out of that mouth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I tell you, we agree on something. The next thing you know, you stabbing me in my back. Listen, do you know how many people get unalived because they're bearing false witness? You see what I'm saying? People, the effects of bearing false witness, you understand? This is Emmett Till. Emmett Till was unalive because of bearing false witness.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The so-called white woman, she lied and said that brother was whistling after her. You understand? And he was making advances towards her. And that young boy, he lost his life, man, and was beaten brutally because of bearing false witness. You understand? If you look at the Tulsa riots, you look at the Tulsa riots, that happened behind the so-called white woman lying on the brother saying that he made advance her on the elevator. You understand? We got to realize that when you lie and you can't be trusted to tell the truth, it's dire consequences to that, man.
Right.
It's dire consequences to that. And the Lord, your brother, your sister, and you got a reputation for lying, the Lord is not with you. I'm going to just be straight up with you. The Lord is not with you. You see what I'm saying? I don't give a damn what you say. They used to say, how do you know the so-called white man is lying? How do you know?
There's a track record.
There's a track record, but how do you know? What so-called white man comes to you right now and they start talking? How do you know he's lying? His lips moving. I'm telling you, straight up, his lips moving up. And that's how I look at it. If he tell me the sky is blue, he is lying. I'm telling you, and this is what we gotta understand, man. If I could, let me get Proverbs 12 and 22.
Proverbs, right, so it's the chapter and verse.
Proverbs chapter 12 and 22.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 22. Lying lips are abomination to the Lord, but they that deal truly are his delight.
It's lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, man. This is something detestable. You understand? Something that's like utterly disgusting to the Lord, man. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but they that deal truly are his delight, man. How delightful it is to be around a brother or sister that you could trust their word, man.
Right.
You understand? The brother that when he say something, he gonna do it. The brother that say when he say something, he mean it. You see what I'm saying? Like, that is a delight, no matter who you're around, no matter who you are. You understand? Like, if you're a brother that don't have lying lips, you're damn near worth your weight in gold. You understand? And more than gold. Because here's the thing: there's so many people that lie and are not trustworthy. You understand? You understand? And this is why you got to be careful. Everything in your life, you got to be careful for. This is what they say: keep receipts.
Right.
You got to keep receipts for certain things because of the dishonesty of the day, the dishonesty of today. You understand? Like, when you dealing with people, you dealing on a professional level. What's the first thing they teach you to do? Don't. If you're dealing on a professional level, do everything by email.
Right.
You understand? Do everything by email. You understand? You know why? You got a paper trail.
Right.
You can have a conversation with a person, they can deny anything they say. And this is what happened because people lie. People are not trustworthy. You understand? So we like teaching you how to deal, whether it's business, whether it's personal, whether it's an issue you're having in school or something like that. Deal via email. You understand? That way you got a paper trail and you can back everything up. You can give an account for it. You understand? Whereas though your word should matter, but in these times your word really don't matter, man.
Right.
Because so many people lie.
Right.
Read that again.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 22. Lying lips are abomination to the Lord, but they have to deal truly are his delight.
Yeah, lying lips is an abomination to the Lord, man. No one can stand a liar. You see what I'm saying? Like, these commandments go right together too, if you notice.
Right.
You understand? If you steal, you're gonna lie. If you lie, you're gonna steal.
Right.
You understand? They damn they go hand in hand. You feel me? It's almost impossible to do one without the other.
Come on.
You understand? And the Lord hates it, man. The Lord calls it an abomination. Salaki. Let me get 1 Peter 3 and 10.
Come on. First Peter chapter 3, verse 10.
Come.
For he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil and his lips that they speak no guile.
And say, for he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil. What's that evil, man?
Lie.
Yeah. Man, false witness talk, saying any goddamn thing out your mouth that you ain't supposed to. You see what I'm saying? And his lips that they speak no guile. You understand? Not only is it, if you look at the history of people who have lied, you understand? The evil that they had, the evil that they had to conjure up to sell this lie.
Right.
You understand? And the guile that they had to speak. You understand? Like when you lie, it's almost like you building a person's reputation, or you tearing it down while you do it.
Right.
So that your lie is more believable.
Right.
Man, such and such, man, he did this for he told me last time that he was going to do X, Y, and Z. Sure, they ain't never come through. You see what I'm saying? Like you got to build it up to where though this reputation is tainted.
Right.
So when you go ahead and you bear that false witness, you go ahead and tell that lie about him. That lie now sounds so real and realistic. You see what I'm saying? The Lord hates this out. The Lord hates this. You understand? It says, let me read it again.
I got you. Proverbs chapter 3.
No, 1 Peter.
Salaki, my bad. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. For he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil and his lips that speak no guile.
Keep going.
Verse 11. Let him eschew evil and do good. Let him seek peace and ensue it.
Listen, when you lie, you don't seek peace out.
Right.
You understand? When you lie, you seek war. You understand? The Lord is saying, let him eschew evil, like let you shun that evil, man.
Right.
Bearing false witness, man, you embracing that evil. You understand? And do good. Let him seek peace and ensue it. There is no peace in lying.
Right.
Because here's the thing. When you lie, you got to keep that lie up. That becomes stressful. You start forgetting start forgetting that goddamn lie.
Right.
A year from now, that story don't sound the same. The same vigor that you spoke about it with don't sound the same. Understand? Do you know the mental anguish it takes to keep up a lie?
Right.
And then, but typically what happens when you lie about one thing, you got to lie about two things. And you got to keep building on that lie. You see what I'm saying? To the point where the truth is going to come out.
Right.
And you're going to be so gone because you're going to forget the original lie that you told because you had to tell a million of them to keep up with that one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? like the Lord said, man, like, let's keep this evil away from us, you understand? Let's eschew this evil, man. You Black, Hispanic, and Native American, you understand? Stealing is not for you. You understand? I don't care what your situation is. You have no reason to steal, you understand? Exercise the brotherhood, man. Exercise the brotherhood. That's what you do. You understand? And learn to stop lying.
Right.
Let your word be your word. You understand? If you're wrong, take what comes with being wrong, but tell the truth. You understand? Take what comes with being wrong and tell the truth. You understand? And it's okay. You'll get past it. But if you lie, now you're sinning against the Lord. Now the Lord is not what you are. You understand? So we're gonna get some more into this, into the ban false witness, and we're gonna get into the last commandment as well next week. You know, to finish this series off. You know, but just as a recap, you understand? We're gonna go through. We touched on 9 commandments. We in the 9th commandment right now. Can you give me the 9 commandments in order? Good.
First one is serve no other God but Him, the Most High. Second one is not creating any false images or serve no idols. Third one is do not say the Most High's name in vain. Fourth one is keep the Sabbath day holy. Fifth one is honor thy mother and thy father. Sixth one is do not commit adultery. Hold up. Sabbath.
Yeah, the Sabbath. Honor thy father and mother. Then do not.
Unallowed.
Do not kill. Wow.
And then do not commit adultery.
Yeah, that's number 7.
Then do not bear false witness.
That's going number 8. Just went over.
Do not steal.
Do not steal.
Do not steal. Do not bear false witness.
All right.
All right. And
So
then,
that.
yeah.
So we're getting to the 10th for next week, but this is where we're at. You understand? Like, if you could go back and read some of these stories. Go back and read that. Go read about Joshua and what happened with that family. You understand? Go and read her. Go over these scriptures, man, and understand what the Lord requires of us, man. You understand? Because these are the things that's going to separate us from these other nations, and these are the things that's going to allow the Most High to be back on our side. You understand? The Lord said, when we come back to keeping His law, statutes, and commandments, our enemies become His enemies. You understand? If we're not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, we're the enemies of the Lord, man. We got to stop being on the wrong side of history. We got to stop being on the wrong side of our power. You understand?
Right.
And with that, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. I'm straight out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under command and General Yohana. If it's not under command and General Yohana, it is not the truth. You understand? We've been bringing this out since 1969 that Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Jews. You understand? And the so-called white man, who's also known as the pilgrim, you understand? The colonist, he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? And at this time, we're going to call upon Officer Ganai for reading of the security announcement. Shalom.
These are the security announcements. We at ISUBK out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're here to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, you can find it in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in Hebrew is pronounced Mayashua. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Up and coming holy convocation is the Day of Atonement, which is Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday, the 29th.
Tuesday the
30th. So the Day of Atonement, which is Tuesday, September 30th. Remind Hakim and Agwapiam to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he has to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarves. And with that, individual, we're going to do one quick salute to the teacher, individual Major Shabbat, Major, Barak, Yahweh, Shimei Shah, Rakatah.
Yahweh Shimei Shah, Rakatah.
Yazabata, bless the future. No.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're